Hi, it's Rena Garg, back here with yet another play on the face of it written by Susan Hill. The play expounds the philosophy to celebrate life in all its forms and help the physically challenged fight loneliness, depression and disappointment by expanding their social interactions.
Mind the apples.
What? Who's that?
Lamb's my name. Mind the apples. Crap apples those are. Wind falls in the long grass. You could trip.
There. I thought this was an empty place. I didn't know there was anybody here.
That's all right. I'm here. What are you afraid of, boy? That's all right.
But I'm not. I'm not afraid. People are afraid of me. Everyone is. You look at me, and then you see my face and you think, that's bad. That's a terrible thing. That's the ugliest thing I ever saw. You think, poor boy. But I'm not. Not poor. Underneath, you are afraid. Anybody would. I am. When I look in the mirror and see it, I'm afraid of me.
I should say, to look at it, I should say, you got burned in a fire.
Not in a fire. I got acid all down that side of my face and it burned it all away. It ate my face up. It ate me up. And now it's like this and it won't ever be any different.
Look, boy, look. What do you see?
Just grass and stuff. Weeds.
Some call them weeds. There's fruit and there are flowers, and trees and herbs. Why is one green, growing plant called a weed and another flower? Where's the difference? It's all life. Growing. Same as you and me.
We're not the same.
I'm old. You're young. You've got a burned face. I've got a tin leg. Not important. It's all relative. Beauty and the Beast.
It's not what you look like, it's what you are inside. Handsome is as handsome does. Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed him he changed into a handsome prince. Only he wouldn't. He'd have stayed the monstrous beast. I won't change.
Who can tell?
I won't ever look different. When I'm as old as you, I'll look the same. I'll still only have half a face.
So you will. But the world won't. The world's got a whole face, and the world's there to be looked at.
Do you know, one day, a woman went by me in the street. I was at a bus stop, and she was with another woman, and she looked at me, and she said, whispered. Only I heard her.
Look at that, that's a terrible thing. That's a face only a mother could love.
So you believe everything you hear, then?
It was cruel.
So now you keep your ears shut. I've a hive of bees behind those trees over there. Some hear bees and they say, bees buzz. But when you listen to bees for a long while, they hum. And hum means sing. I hear them singing, my bees.
You're peculiar. You say peculiar things. I don't like being near people. When they stare. When I see them being afraid of me.
You could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. There was a man who was apprehensive.
A bus might run over me, or a man might breathe deadly germs onto me, or a donkey might kick me to death, or lightning might strike me down. I might love a girl and the girl would leave me, and I might slip on a banana skin and fall and people who would see me might laugh their heads off.
So he went into this room, and locked the door, and got into his bed, and stayed there.
Then what?
A picture fell off the wall onto his head and killed him.
What do you do all day?
Sit in the sun. Read books. Ah, you thought it was an empty house. But inside, it's full. Books and other things. Full.
But there aren't any curtains at the windows.
I'm not fond of curtains. Shutting things out, shutting things in. I like the light and the darkness, and the windows open, to hard wind.
They talk about me. Downstairs, when I'm not there. What'll he ever do? What's going to happen to him when we've gone? However will he get on in this world? Looking like that? With that on his face?
Lord, boy, you've got 2 arms, 2 legs and eyes and ears, you've got a tongue and a brain. You'll get on the way you want, like all the rest. And if you chose, and set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest.
Do you have any friends?
Friends everywhere. People come in. Everybody knows me.
But I'm not a friend.
Certainly you are. So far as I'm concerned. What have you done to make me think you're not?
You don't know me. You don't know where I come from or even what my name is.
Why should that signify? Do I have to write all your particulars down and put them in a filing box before you can be a friend?
You pass people in the street and you might even speak to them, but you never see them again. It doesn't mean they're friends.
Doesn't mean they're enemies, either, does it?
No, they're just nothing. People. That's all.
People are never just nothing. Never.
There are some people I hate.
That'd do you more harm than any bottle of acid. Acid only burns your face.
After I'd come home, one person said he'd have been better off stopping in there, in the hospital. He'd be better off with others like himself. They think blind people only ought to be with other blind people and idiot boys with idiot boys.
What kind of a world would that be?
At least there'd be nobody to stare at you because you weren't like them.
So you think you're just the same as all the other people with burned faces? Just by what you look like? Ah, everything's different. Everything's the same, but everything is different.
How do you make all that out?
Watching, listening, thinking.
I'd like a place like this. A garden. I'd like a house with no curtains.
Everything's yours if you want it. What's mine is anybody's.
But my mother-in-law want to know where I am. It's 3 miles home, across the fields. I'm 14, but they still want to know where I am.
People worry.
People fuss. Once I got home, they'd never let me come back.
Once you got home, you'd never let yourself come back.
No, I'm going. But I'll come back. You see, you wait. I can run. I haven't got a tin leg. I'll be back.
You think I don't know about him? You think I haven't heard things? You are not to go back there.
What do you think he is? An old man with a tin leg, and he lives in a huge house without curtains and has a garden.
And what's he got to say to you?
Things that matter. Things nobody else has ever said. Things I want to think about.
Then you stay here and do your thinking. You're best off here.
I hate it here.
You can't help the things you say. I forgive you.
It's got nothing to do with my face and what I look like. I don't care about that, and it isn't important. It's what I think and feel and what I want to see and find out and hear. And I'm going back there. Only to help him with the crab apples. Only to look at things and listen.
You'll stop here.
Oh no, oh no. Because if I don't go back there, I'll never go anywhere in this world again.
The door slams. Derry runs, panting.
Steady. That's. Got it. That's it.
Derry opens the garden gate, panting.
You see, I came back. Mr. Lamb, it's all right. You fell. I'm here, Mr. Lamb, it's all right. I came back. Lay me lamb. I did. Come back.